What's going on, guys? It's Jake Camaro here with another episode of Initial Thoughts, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Battlefield 3 Aftermath expansion pack, which was released December 18th, 2012. Now, because of EA's contract with Sony as well as Battlefield 3 Premium, this DLC was actually released over 4 individual dates. The first date, PlayStation 3 Premium owners were able to download it. A week after that, Xbox 360 and PC premium players were able to download it. A week after that, PlayStation 3 normal players who had not chosen to purchase premium could download it for its standalone price. And then a week after that, on December 18th, Xbox 360 and PC owners were able to buy it as a standalone package. Now, this is the third expansion pack released under Battlefield 3 Premium, which is available for 400 Microsoft points or $49.99. If you choose not to get Battlefield 3 Premium, this DLC will cost 1,200 Microsoft points or $14.99. This is the third DLC released under Battlefield 3 Premium. The two other DLCs were Armored Kill, released back in September, and Close Quarters, released back in June. There's a fourth expansion pack coming for Battlefield 3 Premium, and that will be released sometime in the spring of 2013. So, Battlefield 3 Aftermath is actually the first expansion pack that really has a storyline to it. Now, the whole idea around Battlefield 3 Aftermath is you're in an aftermath of an earthquake. Now, if you've played the campaign of Battlefield 3, you would know that in the beginning of the campaign there is an earthquake. And I think that really ties into the storyline because you're kind of fighting in the same areas and stuff like that. So all the maps have sort of a destroyed feel to them, with like roads like way up, like they were completely destroyed, as well as fallen down buildings, fires everywhere. And your soldier actually gets this new look to them. Instead of just the standard soldier that you've seen in the normal Battlefield 3 game, as well as all the other expansions. In this, your player actually looks kind of like beat up, like he was just in an earthquake. So some soldiers have dirt all over their face and blood, and some don't even have their helmets on. This isn't customizable, so like every soldier will look like this, and you can still use your premium camos as well as weapon camos and stuff like that. So although they look different, the soldiers perform all the same way, and you have the same customization options. So I have my phone next to me, which has a bunch of notes to the map. So there were 4 maps released in Battlefield 3 Aftermath, much like all the other DLCs. We have Epicenter, which I'm playing on right now, Marquez Monolith, Tala Market, and Azidi Palace. Now, Epicenter is this kind of construction zone and an area around the construction zone, which one of the standout features is a crane that has fallen down, a street road that has completely been destroyed, and as well as some buildings and pools and stuff like that. Marquez Monolith, I think, is the largest map in the DLC, and that features, it's kind of like a small city area with lots of different capture points, and you can run around and get in choppers and stuff like that. A lot of height areas, so you can like go on top of some buildings and parachute onto some buildings, and it's a pretty good map. I think that's probably my favorite. Tala Market is in a market, much more verticality than all the other maps. Although Marquez Monolith has a little bit, this pretty much everywhere is vertical. You can jump onto different platforms and such. There's like a square to the market, and then there's a road that runs around it too that you can travel on. Azidi Palace is the last one, and that's in the outskirts of a city. And then you're actually in the ruins of a palace, and the palace is almost completely destroyed, and there's lots of good sniping positions and stuff like that. So this DLC also includes one new game mode called Scavenger. Now, Scavenger kind of fits with the whole Aftermath gameplay idea that you start out with a pistol, and it can be any pistol of your choice. I would recommend a high-powered pistol like one of the revolvers or the M1911. Although some of the smaller round, like the smaller damage weapons are fine too, I think that when you're getting into engagements with just the pistol, you're going to need something that can take out a target in 1, 2, or 3 shots. Then you go around the map and you pick up weapons as just normal like pickups, much like in the campaign. So when you pick up a gun, you're not actually picking up a new class. You actually can't choose your class. You can choose your class, but that just dictates how you look, and it doesn't really go towards any class. You don't have any class special features. Um, so when you pick up a class, it's one weapon, and the weapons are divided into 3 levels. So level 1 mainly includes SMGs. Level 2 includes sniper rifles, so we have some bolt shots and some semi-automatic sniper rifles, as well as some shotguns. And then level 3 is for LMGs and assault rifles. Now when you pick up a weapon, usually it has 2 magazines, so one already on the gun, as well as you can reload and get more rounds. And except for the shotguns and the LMGs you only have one magazine, but usually LMGs have magazines about 100 rounds, so you're actually getting more than on the other weapons. And then the shotguns have, I think, about 3 different full clips, but of course that's semi-auto and you can reload once every shot, so it's a little bit differently. The weapons sometimes have some attachments, but they're not going to be like crazy attachments. Usually you're going to probably see like a laser sight or a red dot sight, no suppressors or bipods or anything like that. And then they don't have camos either. The areas where these weapons you can like pick up, it's the same areas, but the weapons themselves are randomized, and there's not like one area where level 1 weapons are, and another area where weapon level 2s and 3s are. So you're definitely going to look around a lot to find the best weapons. So that's Scavenger. It's a really fun game mode. You can capture positions, and they're on the conquest domination from close quarters, kind of like capture things. So you when you go up to a capture point, you can capture it with just one man in a couple of seconds. So you're definitely going to be running around a lot. There's no vehicles, and the maps are usually like smaller than their conquest counterparts. You're definitely going to want to play Scavenger because some of the achievements, as well as a few of the assignments, are for the Scavenger game type, and I think all around it's a pretty good game mode. I don't think it's going to replace Conquest or Rush or anything like that, but I think it's a fun little addition, and I really like it. So of course you can play on all of your favorite game types like Conquest and Rush on all of these maps, and they run just about the same. One special part about the maps on these game modes are there's actually blue doors scattered around the map. I think there's probably 1 or 2 per map, and when you walk up to them, they're very easy to distinguish. They're just 2 double blue doors. By it, there's a red gas canister, and if you shoot the red gas canister, the door explodes, and you can go to like a secret area and a flanking route. And I think that's pretty cool. Although there's not a ton, you're definitely going to learn the locations a lot. The surprise part of it is probably going to be very short-lived, but I think it's cool that DICE decided to include this nonetheless. So, of course, much like all the other Battlefield 3 expansions, this has its own set of assignments. It does have achievements, but I'll go over that in a little while. So, some of the assignments revolve around the new crossbow. Now, the crossbow is the only new weapon in the DLC, and you unlock it through completing different assignments, and the way you unlock it is a little interesting. So there's actually a total of 6 assignments for the crossbow. We have the five assignments. So we have to unlock the normal crossbow, which with the normal bolt, and that includes a red dot sight. There's no iron sights on any of the crossbows. We also have another assignment to get the scoped version, so do a little bit more like long-range combat. And then you have 3 more assignments for 3 different bolts to have a total of 4 bolts. I'll go over each of those bolts in their respective assignments. But to talk about the crossbow a little bit, I really like it. I think it's a cool addition. You actually don't use it as a certain like weapon. You don't equip it as like a primary or a secondary. It's actually in your equipment slot, and you can actually use it with any class. So say you're using your assault class and you have a shotgun, and then you want to have a long-range weapon, you can equip the crossbow scoped. Now the scope and the red dot sight are 2 different actual weapons, so much like the pistols, if you want to get a dog tag with the scoped and the normal crossbow, you're going to need to get 100 kills with each of them. So you start with 10 rounds in the 10 bolts, and you can choose between each of the 4 bolts on the fly, so you don't have to like spawn in and you only get one. You have all 4, and then if you press on the D-pad, you can switch between them. They take a little bit of time. I think that's really cool. It adds a lot of versatility to the weapon. So for the assignments, because there's only 5 that are crossbow assignments, you're actually going to get some dog tags, which this is the first time a non-premium assignment category has dog tags. We've been having dog tags for premium members since Close Quarters came out. But anyway, the first assignment, and these are in the kind of the order they appear on Battle Log. If you remember in some of the older DLCs, you had to complete like the first phase before the second. I don't think that's true for all of them. I think for a couple of them you do, but so the first assignment is called Archery 101, and that's to get the old school dog tag, and you have to get 5 crossbow kills. This will be pretty easy once you get the crossbow. The next the next assignment, sorry, is the William Tell dog tag, and it's called the same thing. The assignment's called William Tell, and then what you're getting is the dog tag William Tell, and that's a total of 150-meter headshots. So this is a little interesting. Unlike some of the older Battlefield 3 premium weapon camo assignments, it's not, you don't have to get one like 150-meter headshot. You get as many as you want added up to 150 meters, and that's you're kind of going to see that across a lot of these assignments. And then you want to get 50 kills with the crossbow. To actually get the crossbow, you're going to want to win 3 rounds of scavenger to complete the challenge, the assignment, Sticks and Stones. To get the scan bolt, now the scan bolt, you shoot it, and in the area where you shoot, enemies appear on the mini map, which is pretty cool. You have to get 20 spot assists, as well as designate 10 vehicles and get 1 designated assist. That's called It's Okay to Thank Me. To get the Squeeze the Trigger dog tag, you have to complete the This Is My Boomstick assignment. You have to get 50 carbine kills and 50 assault rifle kills. To get the Balance Bolt, now the Balance Bolt is a sniper bolt with no like down force, so like you shoot it and it just like flies across. The normal bolt, like the one shot at close range bolt that you unlock by default, that really drops down after a very short distance, so you're not going to be able to shoot people at long range very easily. And this is best paired with the scoped dog tag. And of course, it's much like sniper bullets, where you have to get a headshot for a 1-hit kill, and then you have to get a few more for a kill to anywhere in the body. You have to get 20 kills with sniper rifles and 10 headshots with a sidearm. To get the crossbow scoped, you have to get a total of 150-meter headshots with sniper rifles, carbines, and assault rifles. That assignment is called Go Play Close Quarters. To get the Grease Monkey dog tag, you have to complete the assignment Riding Shotgun, and you have to get 5 kills in the 3 new vehicles, the modified Humvee, modified Vodnik, and the van. To get the Quake Survivor dog tag, you have to play 1 hour on all 4 maps and pick up 200 weapons in Scavenger, and that's all of the assignments. You also have some Xbox 360 achievements and PlayStation 3 trophies. Charlie Will Bite Your Finger, you have to find the Secret Reptile, 50 gamer score. Extreme Hoarder, pick up 20 weapons in Scavenger mode, 20 gamer score. Handyman, unlock all crossbow parts, 20 gamer score. Homemade Javelin, destroy a vehicle using the crossbow, 20 gamer score. And Pockets Full of Death, and without dying you have to get a kill with a crossbow, primary weapon, and hand grenade, that is 30 gamer score. So that's pretty much all the content that you get with the Battlefield 3 Aftermath DLC. Should you get Aftermath? I think if you don't have Premium, well, first of all, I would get Premium because it's a really good deal and you get a lot of content. If you don't have Premium and you're only going to get 1 or 2 of these expansion packs, I would definitely recommend this. This is going to have a lot longer staying power than the last 2 DLCs, and I think this is the best one yet. I really, really like this. Just the new vehicles, the crossbow, scavenger mode, the 4 new maps. I think that it's just going to last for a long time and be a lot of fun. I've already put hundreds of hours into Battlefield 3, and I know I'm going to put hundreds and more, especially with these next 2 expansion packs. So, I would get this if you have Battlefield 3. It's $15, definitely a good deal, and I would totally recommend it. So if you guys like this video, thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.